Well, their own budget papers show next year, the year after, will be down to about 260,000 net migration. You're about 140. What about all the skilled workers we need to actually build these homes?
Well, just a couple of things, Laura, on that. Firstly, you've got to look at what Labor delivers, not what they say. They, in their 22-23 budget, said that they would have migration of 235,000. It ended up being 528,000, so they were just 297,000 people short. So we'll go by what they deliver, not what they say. But even on the projected figures, our reductions in population growth will see in the first year 40,000 additional homes made available, 100,000 over 5 years. They're very conservative estimates in our proposed reductions to migration growth because the truth is our industry, even if it was running at 100%, which, by the way, it's not at the moment under the Labor Party, but even if it was, just cannot build the homes fast enough for the migration levels that the Labor Party have baked into their budget. And you've got to be realistic about these things. I mean, Laura, I say this all the time. I'm a product of migration. I love migration, but it's got to be planned migration in the best interests of Australians, not this wing and a prayer. We'll just bring people in and hope it doesn't have an impact on renters, on first home buyers.
Well, sure, but you're cutting some skilled migrants then.
Well, no. So
to get it down to that, no skilled migrants cut out of this to get to 140.
No, in relation to your first question, so Peter Dutton made very clear in his budget in reply speech that we will prioritise the sorts of skills we need within our intake, within our cap, to build the homes we need. The Master Builders Association has excoriated this government for the fact that even though it's run a massive migration program and totally unsustainable migration program, they have moved away from bringing in the sorts of skills that we need to build homes, presumably due to pressure from the CFMEU and other unions. So even though they've been running massive migration programs, they've not been bringing in those skills. We will ensure that we have sufficient number of those skilled workers to build the homes. Peter Dutton said that explicitly.
Do you have a figure?
No, it will be dependent on the skills list at the time. It'll be dependent on the skills you need at any particular time.
But if you're talking about housing, what do you mean? It depends on the skills list. We know what we need. And time after time, we're told by master builders and others that we need more tradies and we need more engineers.
Sure, Laura. And what we're saying is that in our program, that we will make sure that we do prioritise those sorts of skills. My point is those skills do fluctuate and change from time to time. When we were in government, there were a whole heap of issues with supply chains. Those things have changed now. Those supply chain issues have differed. So you've got to address the issues at the time. The problem now is we've got first home buyers at their lowest levels for over 10 years. We've got fewer homes being built that since records have been kept. And the worrying thing, Laura, is approvals are down even further. So that means over the next 12 to 18 months, even fewer homes are going to be built than the pipeline that this government inherited. So on every single measure, fewer homes are being built, which is why it's extraordinary that they're standing by their big Australia, standing by their higher population projections. And I think, to go back to your first question, Laura, that will be one of the defining features of the next election. Labor arguing for higher migration, the coalition arguing for sustainable migration and its impacts on housing, and that's the fight we're having every day.
Okay, so the target at the moment from this government is 1.2 million homes in 5 years. With your plans in place, do you think you can meet that or exceed it?
Well, let's be clear. Their target, their promise of 1.2 million homes...
What's a target?
...has been junked by every single group and economist.
But with your plan, could you do more or less, though?
Well, we'll build more than Labor. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
So more than 1.2?
No, we will build more than Labor. What we won't do is create targets that can never be met. The Labor Party are going to fall 400,000 homes short, Laura.
Yeah, so but do you have a target? Like everyone is sceptical about the target, but they agree that you need to have a target. So will you have one?
No, I don't think everyone agrees that you need to have a target at all, Laura. I think what you need
to have something to work towards, don't you?
Well, no, if your target is 1.2 million homes, but you're only going to build 800,000, that it absolutely destroys the argument for a target because, Laura, it means that the target's not being taken seriously. It means that the target has no credibility. I mean, they're going to fall 400,000 homes short, Laura. It's an embarrassment that they are still clinging on to this so-called target because we're having fewer homes built now than when I was Housing Minister, fewer homes built now even than the Rudd-Gillard years. I mean, this is how badly these guys are going. First home buyers are down, approvals are down, every single metric is down.
Yeah.
I don't think a target is helping them in this instance. So we'll build more homes and we'll bring in fewer people to take pressure off the housing market.
All right, I'm setting a date in the calendar, 20th of May. You said it. We'll see you soon, Michael Sukkar.